Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam and this evening we're going to be going through a bedtime yoga flow. Grab your blocks or your cushions if you have them handy, and if not, no problem. We're going to come now in a second to lie on our bellies, taking one hand on top of the other and just lying your right cheek on top of your hands. When you arrive, just taking a moment to transition from your day into this bedtime flow. We're just going to move through the poses this evening nice and gently, connecting to our breath now, feeling your body expand on the mat as you inhale, and as you exhale, just try to soften your shoulders and anywhere that you might feel tension. On your next inhale, you can make your way up into a Sphinx pose. So just aligning your elbows underneath your shoulders, spreading your palms, pressing your fingertips into the mat, pressing into the tops of your feet, your pubic bone, and feel as though you're drawing your elbows back towards you even though they don't move. It's this activation we're looking for. Should feel a nice stretch in the lower spine. If you feel any more sensation than you would like, just release some of the engagement from your legs and your elbows. Deep breaths here. And exhale, one palm on top of the other, this time taking your left cheek on top of your hands. And again, really breathing here, filling up the body, deep inhales and long, slow exhales. On your next inhale again, we're going to stay on the belly, but this time we are coming up into a high cobra. So draw those shoulder blades in towards each other, elbows are close into the body. And as you inhale, you're going to lift up, lift the chest off the ground, keep that activation in the legs. Using your breath, don't hold your breath here. Close down the eyes and just feel into this lovely stretch in the back. As you exhale, peel yourself back onto the mat, palm on top of the other, and this time lay your forehead down on your hands. Just here for a breath. As you inhale now, let's come up into a tabletop position. Taking a nice breath in here, and as you exhale, take your hands as wide as your mat and walk them out. Your knees stay underneath your hips. Heart melting pose. Inhale, make space in the lower back. And your exhales, you're feeling as though your armpits are drawing closer to the mat. Relaxing in this pose, we're just opening up through the shoulders and the back today. It's going to give us a real restful sleep, hopefully. Inhale to walk the hands back towards the body, nice and slow and mindfully. And now you can take your big toes to touch, knees as wide as is comfortable. Stretch those arms out for a child's pose. Forehead kisses the earth. Take your hands in prayer here now, and we're going to draw the thumbs back at the base of the skull so you're up on the elbows. Your chest is still yearning towards the earth. Sit bones are on your heels, taking a deep breath, filling the ribs with air. And as you exhale, you're just softening anywhere that you feel any tension. It's a gentle opening of the hips before bed. Beautiful. Take another deep inhale here. And as you exhale, take your hands back to the mat and come up onto the fingertips, tenting up for an inhale on your fingertips before walking the hands back towards the body. Staying on your knees now, just reach back behind you, coming onto the toes, spread each toe nice and wide. Sit bones are on the heels, your knees are on the mat, and then we'll inhale the arms up and over. Exhale, hands to heart center, and we'll take a twist first to the right. Inhale, exhale to the left. Inhale, exhale, the body twists back to the right, twisting from the navel. Inhale and exhale, twist to the left. Take your hands down now and give the tops of the feet a little bang just to get the blood back into them. And we're going to take a cow pose now. So if you come onto hands and knees, you can put one leg in front of the other and take your sit bones down in between your feet. The aim is to have one knee stacked on top of the other, but if there's a big gap between your knees, do not worry. You can always use a cushion or a block here. You're inhaling to grow tall, and as you exhale, you're going to bend towards the side, opposite side that your top leg is on. So your left leg is on top, you're bending to the right. Right palm is on the ground, left palm is on your top knee. Just feel into this lovely stretch into the outer hips. Inhale to come back up with the body. Sit up nice and tall, roll those shoulders down, and then as you exhale, we're walking the fingertips forward any amount. Perhaps your forehead comes to your knee. Perhaps your fingertips don't go too far. Wherever you are today, just noticing without judgment. Taking your breath here. As you inhale, walk those fingertips back towards the body. Take your hands beside your hips and lean back to unwind the legs. We'll take a couple of windshield wipes here. Just bending your knees to one side and then the other, shaking out the hips before taking this pose to the opposite side. So we'll take your right knee in front this time and then come to sit in between your feet. Your right knee is on top. Inhale to grow nice and tall, and as you exhale, take left palm to the mat and bend your torso to the left. Your right hand can rest on top of your left hand, can rest on top of your right knee. Just take your breath with you here. Inhaling to keep some integrity in the spine and exhaling to just gently, lean any amount more to the left. Lovely. As you inhale, coming back up to center with your torso. Deep breath here, and as you exhale, walk those fingertips forward again. Again, maybe your forehead comes to your knee, maybe not. The intention is enough to feel the sensation. So go to your edge, stay there, and then use your breath. Should feel nice and open in the hips now before bed. Releasing any stagnant emotional energy. On your next inhale, you can walk those fingertips back towards the body. And then take your hands again beside your hips, lean back and unwind those legs. Again, we'll windshield wipe them one side and the other side, So releasing the tension completely from the hips. Take your time now. Coming onto your sit bone, we're going to use our blocks if you have them. You can use any other props. So the first one is going to be on the middle length, and the second one is going to be on the highest, and you're going to lie the underneath of your shoulder blades on top of the first one. Take a minute to find this position, and the back of your head is going to rest onto the higher block. Take your legs out straight, or you can place the soles of your feet on the mat with your knees pointing up. Take your arms out from the body, palms facing up. And take a nice relaxing breath in this heart opening pose. This might feel odd at first, but the longer that you lie in this pose, it actually feels really nice. Again, if this doesn't work for you, play around with the level of the blocks, or you can use cushions. Another option is to make fists with your hands and put them underneath your bottom and not use any blocks. Just do what's right for you. Your next inhale, taking your palms back to the mat and slowly pushing yourself up if you are on the blocks. You can remove the blocks to one side now. We're going to come into Baddha Konasana, so you can take the soles of your feet to touch. Draw the heels into the groin and slowly make your way to lie down flat on your back. Keep the heels as close to your groin as you would like, as is comfortable. Another option here for a deeper stretch is to raise the arms up and overhead. Just allow the knees to gently fall wherever they go to. Deep breathing here, really filling the belly up with air. And as you exhale, you're trying to create a little flatness in the lower back on the mat. Pressing the soles of feet together, enjoying this lovely open stretch. And I invite you now to breathe the arms back over the body if you had them overhead, and gently using your hands guide the knees back towards each other. And maybe take the knees to one side and then the other. Your feet can be as wide as the mat. Inhale the knees over to the left, and exhale, allow the knees to drop to the right. It's a lovely gentle movement on the hips. Inhaling to the left, exhaling to the right. Do this as many times as feels good. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and hug those knees into the body, taking a couple of rocks on the lower back. And then crossing over the feet, take a hold of the toes, give a few rock and rolls with the spine, rocking back onto the shoulders and up onto the bottom. Take one more and then come to rock up to seated. For our final Shavasana pose, we're going to take legs up the wall. Just come as close to the wall with your side body as you can, lie down on the floor, and then swing the legs up. Perhaps take your blanket now if you have one handy and lay it over you. You can take your legs wide or keep them close together, whatever feels good here. Perhaps taking your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly. Just settle in, letting go of any forcing of your breath. Maybe inhaling here through the nose and exhaling through the mouth, just let it all go. I invite you to stay as long as you need to in your Shavasana today. And if legs up the wall isn't for you, please feel free to take your Shavasana in the classical way. If, like me, you have to get to bed, I'll meet you seated back on the mat, dropping your shoulders away from your ears, and take one leg in front of the other. We'll go ahead and inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead, gathering all the love and light. Palms touch and draw the thumbs to the third eye, setting an intention for kind thoughts. Draw the thumbs to the lips, setting an intention for kind words. And then drawing the thumbs to the heart space, setting a private intention for yourself. We bow our head and say Namaste. Good night, yogis. I hope you sleep well after this lovely bedtime flow. Thanks for joining me.